Hello, welcome to the basement. I found something else. I was finding something. This is a ratty old sweatshirt. It did have here a Nike logo, but it's been cut out. The top of the neck is frayed. The sleeves are discolored. The 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 the, the thing at the bottom here. The cuff is ripped. It's ugly. It's dirty. I've not cleaned it in years. And why? Where's the other arm? Oh, it's ripped in the bottom too. Where is the other arm? It does have another arm. Oh, there's the other arm. Anyway, it's supposed to be black. Oh, this one, the cuff is just gone. Anyway, I have not tried this on in a long time. It may not even fit anymore. Probably it doesn't. But that's okay, because what I've used it for in the past is, there we go. Look at that, ripping off the edge there. Doesn't stink though. Anyway, what I've used this for in the past is, see, I have on occasion gone and played homeless characters on movie things, TV things, commercial things, all kinds of things. And something like this, which is ratty and dirty and gross, is perfect. Now, of course, the Nike logo had to go. Oh dear, a sneeze is coming. There, that'll just add to it. Anyway, I will take this upstairs and set it aside. Oh, look, it's even ripped on the arm here. Anyway, this is a perfect thing for a homeless character. And it has been on, I don't know how many shoots and things and stuff. It's lovely. Anyway, usually when I show up with it, it's like, yeah. And when my hair was longer, I would show up with my scraggly beard and my long hair. And they would say, you're perfect exactly as you are. And they wouldn't mess with my hair. They might put a little stuff on my face to make it look dirtier. But that's it. Actually, the last thing I went on, they actually did do something to my hair because I had it cut because of the heat. And I was not playing a homeless man. I was playing a wrestling fan. So I did not need to take this, and thankfully I didn't because I didn't know where it was. But I have since found it. So I will take it upstairs and put it with things that might be helpful. I try and keep these costuming things together, but sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't. Indeed, this sweatshirt has seen a lot of life. And where did I get this from? Well, as it happened, and this is a long time ago, when I worked at Lawrence Park Collegiate Institute, one of the gym teachers, I think this was his, and he decided it was time to toss it. But just before he did, I said, well, let me have a look at that. And this was before I would have gotten into any of that stuff, the stuff, movie, TV stuff. But I thought there were times it would be good possibly to use for crawling under a car or on working on my funny old motorcycle or other things. And he was just as happy to have it reused than tossed out. So that's what happened. And then, of course, it got more worn and dirty, and I don't know if there's any paint on it, but anyway. But it's funny, if you're ever thinking of doing background stuff, and it can be quite fun. It's one of those things you either love it or you hate it, because there's a lot of sitting around. And you got to remember, like when they take, so many angles of something, you got to remember what you did, when you did it, how you did it, and all that. And the best thing is, if they don't talk to you, you're doing fine. The last thing I was on, when I was the wrestling fan, I'm trying to think. Well, at the beginning, I was supposed to be the guy who got stuff signed, and then I was supposed to leave, and the other guy was going to be waiting. And then they switched us. So I was like, oh, okay. So all I did is I made sure that wherever the main people were, that I wasn't right behind them, that I was sort of, being seen in the background. And I tried to kind of peek around to see the big star and tried to do the same things and, kind of listen to what they were saying and do the same kind of things. I had a couple of props and I had to, I had a book and a cell phone and made sure they were in the same hands as they all, not switch the hands and stuff and try and be consistent so that when they cut things together, it isn't like, oh, look, there you're standing with the book in this hand, the cell phone in this hand, and then they're there. We could have switched them when we were off somewhere else, but it doesn't make sense. Anyway, so they really never corrected me on anything. And they seemed pleased, and life was good. So, anyway, if you're thinking of doing such things, just remember, don't be difficult. If it's a matter of safety, speak up. And for example, as I was driving to this last show, I heard on the radio this whole recall of silk products, which is like fake milk and stuff. And I had not heard that there had been a recall, but now it seemed that some people had died. So I get to the place and I'm settling in and in the room where we're going to be held, etc. And they have things there. Anyway, I peeked in the fridge thinking, well, maybe I'll put something in the fridge to keep it cool. And there I saw some silk stuff. I was like, oh, listeria. Oh, anyway, I did warn them. Now, apparently, chances are everything was fine there because apparently this recall had already gone out and they got rid of anything but the dates. And I think that these were now past the dates. Everything was fine, but I didn't know that. But that was a matter of safety, and especially, if the stuff there was suspect, then certainly it had to be returned or gotten rid of. But generally, if they say sit here and wait, you sit there and wait, and you make sure they know if you have to go to the bathroom or anything, make sure, make sure there's time, but also try and time it that it's not when they need you. And, be friendly and accommodating and bring a pen so you can sign yourself in and sign yourself out. And also be flexible, because that's what they do. You get all ready and they have you doing a certain thing in a scene, and then suddenly they're like, oh, you know what? No, instead of you being here, we want you here. We're going to put you here. We're going to do it. And you're like, oh, okay. And you adapt. And usually these things all happen in rehearsals. So they haven't actually filmed anything. Although now, with digital things, I think a lot of people actually do film the rehearsals. They get extra footage and something there might be good. Anyway, I will, as I say, I will take this upstairs. I will have it handy. And if it doesn't fit, well, that's all right. It's funny, I've gone to things and they're like all crazy because, you show up and you have gloves that don't match. And oh my God, your gloves don't match. I'm like, I am a homeless character. Why would I necessarily have gloves that match? Why? Maybe I smoke and I burned the fingers off one. Or, whatever. Like, what were you? Anyway. It's funny, there are times you will run into people who are difficult. And as in real life, you just do what you can to avoid them. Anyway, thankfully, this last thing I did, which was a while ago now, there was nobody really difficult there. Everyone was pleasant and accommodating, and of course now they always use the "as long as you're comfortable" word. And it wasn't a very long day, and it went well, and it'll be interesting to see when it comes out. Certainly I'll be seen quite a bit, I think, because I was right behind the main people. And it was a special show. It was a real honor to be there. Homeless, wrestling, whatever. It was good. So, I will take this upstairs. I will not wash it. I will hang it. And I will continue to gather things that would be good for costuming. I shall. But anyway, as I say, I'm getting kind of discouraged down here. Because it's endless. But I must keep at it. So, I will toss this. And I will look around and go, oh, God, what have I done? And I will carry on. Have a lovely, lovely day. Bye for now.